Chris McPhee, the news is finally out, the new Plymouth Parkway manager. First of all, welcome to Plymouth Parkway.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, really exciting times, and I'm really pleased to be here. It's a real privilege.
What attracted you to make the approach to become the new manager?
It's something that's been on my mind kind of like for the last couple of years, where becoming a manager has always been something I'd like to aspire to and get back into men's football. I spent the last 10 years at Exeter City within their academy, coaching the younger players and helping them develop towards becoming professional football players. And having given up my own footballing career and playing on a Saturday trying to win 3 points, it's a different environment, and trying to get back into men's football and fighting for 3 points, and you know the feel of the atmosphere and that kind of trying to outwit your opponent. That's the only thing that's really been missing from my coaching over the last kind of 10 years, and an opportunity has arisen, made an approach, and the guys down here have been fantastic listening to some of my thoughts and my ideas, and yeah, it's a really exciting time, and I've always wanted to become a manager at some point in my coaching career, and now seems a good time to make the leap, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
You're coming into a club that's been managed by one person for seven years. Took us from the Peninsula to the Premier South. Have you been keeping an eye on what's been going on in that time?
Well, towards the back end of my playing days, playing in non-league in and around here for some of the clubs locally, I've played against Plymouth Parkway a few times and seen how they have progressed through the leagues, and obviously in recent seasons seeing them in the Southern Prem and surviving in a tough league. And you know, the last 7 years the club has really progressed in a really good manner, and there's some fantastic foundations at the club at the moment, and it's something that really attracts me to it. You know, in terms of the club's in a good position, it's had some great progression around the stadium, and obviously it's progressed through the leagues as well. So the foundations are there, and I'm hoping to come in and build on those foundations and take the club to the next level.
With every manager comes a backroom staff. You're bringing in Lee Peacock. Can you tell the fans why Lee?
Lee Peacock is a lad I've known for 12 years. You know, we first came across each other when we were both on loan at Swindon. We both share the same values in terms of on and off the pitch, but also the same vision in the way that we like to approach approach the games and the way we want to play. But also, we've both got a big background in player development, and one of our things that we really want to do is work with a group of players, improve them as much as we possibly can on and off the pitch, and help them understand their roles within the team, so we'll get a collective performance on match days, but we will complement each other. Peaks has got a very good record in terms of his coaching in the top end of the pitch and set pieces, and a lot of that work will be what he will focus on, and some of the defensive work and organisation and patterns of play will come from my end. So yeah, I trust him wholeheartedly. You know, we've always got on really well, and we're really close, and he's just moved down to the area as well, so it's perfect. It's a perfect fit. When he first moved down a couple of months ago, I got him a part-time or a casual coaching role within Exeter City, which he's really enjoyed, and that's given us even more chance to speak and discuss football from Exeter's perspective, and build that rapport. And you know, it just, as soon as I applied and was offered an interview, I thought straight away Lee Peacock would be perfect, and the fact with him being local and we're knowing each other for such a long time, I think that it was a natural choice for me.
We've got a strong fan base here. We've got the Plymouth Parkway Supporters Club. Our socials is building momentum week to week. What can they expect from you?
It's a tricky question. It's really tricky. In terms of that, they'll have somebody who's really hard-working, committed, and I'm very much somebody who's open and honest. I'll let you know how things are going, but for me, the most important thing that you'll get from me is somebody who embraces everyone's contribution. I think it's really important that me coming in, it's not about me, it's not about the players, it's about everyone's contribution. It's about the volunteers that help us out on match days. It's about the bar staff, it's about the fans that are coming through, and also reaching out to the wider community. We've all got to be part of the same project, we've all got to be on the same page, and wanted to go that little bit further to try and help this club progress, because this is a club that can progress. It's got a great, like you say, it's got a great fan base, and something that I want to help grow that. And they should know that when they come through the turnstiles on a match day, they will recognise without having to look at the kit that the players are playing in, that's a Plymouth Parkway team, because that's how they're playing. So I'm going to develop a real way of playing. The players will understand the club will have an identity in terms of how we go about things on a day-to-day basis. They'll know their jobs, and there'll be expectations on the players. Mine and Lee's idea is to come in and give the players a little bit more of a professional feel, give them a professional responsibility, and we will be working with them on the training pitch. The work that goes on the training pitch, everything will be done with a purpose. Every practice that we do, every phase of play, every small-sided game will have a purpose. Whether the players will be aware of it, there'll always be something that we're working on within it from a coaching perspective, because we desperately want to improve the squad that we've got here, not by just adding players to it, but actually working with the players within it, because there's some good talent in the group that can perform at this level and higher. And my thoughts are, we want to progress to the next level as a club and as individuals, and if that means that the players are performing well, that they get the opportunity to move forward into bigger and better things. But ideally, can we go there together by performances on a match day and the consistency that we're providing? So the fans can expect me to be working hard on the training pitch with Lee, and then giving an honest account of ourselves on a match day.
You've mentioned the word challenge, but you've also mentioned the word project, which is very exciting. We've got a really strong, ever-growing youth academy system with a numerous amount of teams. Is that something that interests you? We've had a player in recent years come through. Obviously, you know Dylan Jones very well, but is that something you would like to work alongside? Your role is looking at the youth of Plymouth Parkway?
Yeah, I mean, the word projects is thrown around a lot in football these days, and mine's more of a vision. You know, I have a heavy background in terms of player development, and I've worked with all the age groups at Exeter, from 9s right the way through to 18s, and then the 21s more recently, and even had opportunities to work with the first team at times, which has been a privilege. But absolutely, you know, it's really important to help the young players through any kind of youth system, but also part of my role will be supporting the coaches within that. I think it's important for them to give some information or coach some of the things that we're expecting in the first team, so there is a little bit of progression right the way through the groups. But you know, I will support them. I'll be inviting the coaches along to some of our training sessions, answer some questions, and just give them some additional support within it. I think it's really important to give the young players that are involved at the younger age groups a real vision that there's a pathway into our first team, and I think that can collectively then enhance the community feel of the club. You know, it's really important from my perspective to value everything from the very, you know, younger age groups right the way to the first team, as it is with the fans and the wider community.
A vision which sounds very exciting. How excited are you finally to get started?
Absolutely. I mean, the last week has been mental, really, because like having to try and keep it as quiet as possible, and because there's always was a few hurdles that we had to kind of get over, and speaking to Exeter and speaking to family. But the fact that it's all come together, I'm really excited. It's a fantastic opportunity. But you know, in terms of now it's official. It's fantastic, and I can start to get to work on that. Like I said, in terms of building the squad and inspiring the players, I'll meet the players on Saturday with the rest of the staff that can make it to the meeting, and you know, we'll have a chat, we'll sit down, and I'll address the players and let them know kind of what we're about, and hopefully they'll jump on board. And you know, I made a comment out there to Mark and the rest of the guys is that, you know, this club I want to take on a journey to the next level, but we can't carry people. You know, we can't have people that are just along for the ride. Everyone's got to be part of that journey. Everyone's got to make that contribution to help us get to the next destination, and that goes for the supporters as well. That goes for the community, and that goes for the guys that work here every single day. Everyone's going to be valued, and you know, we've all got to make sure that this club gives itself the best chance it possibly can to continue to progress on some fantastic work that's been done in previous years.
Welcome to Plymouth Parkway.
Thank you very much indeed. It's great to be here.